Ta-da! Hello, everybody. Come on, gather round. Take a nice seat. I am getting us set up as well on Facebook Live, so hang tight in just a moment. Let's see if we are churning on the Facebook as well. If you are with us here on YouTube, go ahead and let us know where you're tuning in from. Okay, and we are on Facebook, I believe. Yes, we are. Beautiful. So we are live all over in various platforms, various media. And I would like to welcome everybody. If you are new, if this is your first time tuning into these meditations, welcome. My name is Nick Lasky, and I'm a professional psychic and astrologer and spiritual teacher based in Richmond, Virginia. And I've been leading these global healing meditations for the past few months since the world took a nosedive into a transformational alchemical cauldron. And we are yet to see where we get spat back out into, but there's a profound transformation happening in this country and all over. And so what is very important in my experience is, as much as we can all be emissaries of calmness and wisdom, then we can affect positive change outward to anyone that we meet, our family, our friends, our neighbors, anybody that you come into contact with, even if it's just somebody at the grocery store that you smile with your eyes to, because you can't smile with a mask. Well, you can, but it's really hard to see if somebody's smiling behind that mask. So all that being said, there's so much intensity going on. There's so much that is being shifted and looked at, and really some deep healing that is needing to happen in this country and all over the world. And so it's a profound time to meditate. Why? Because when we meditate, we bring ourselves back to ourselves. We get easily carried away by intense emotions, and it's really important to come back to yourself so that the actions that you are taking, the things that you are doing, are very much in alignment with your truth, and you're grounded. That is how real change happens. And so these meditations are also an offering from Jerome's Mystery School that I'm helping to facilitate. So if you are new, go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable seated position. I recommend to sit with your back straight up, either supported or supporting it yourself. If you prefer to lay down, there are folks that just love to meditate laying down. Go ahead and do that if you prefer, but I really recommend to sit up, because sometimes you can just fall asleep, and that just happens. And that just happens. So go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable position, and let's take a moment as we're getting settled into the meditation to, if you want to adjust yourself, any kind of movement that you feel that your body needs. You need to stretch, you need to shake a little bit, get any sort of tension or intensity that's built up from the day out of your body. Just allow yourself to settle into a relaxing position. And we'll go ahead and take 3 deep breaths in together. So breathing in through the nose. And a big open mouth release, exhale. Breathing in once again. And a big exhale. Yes. Breathing in one more time. And release. Feeling yourself now slowing down. And in this moment of time, give yourself permission to unwind, to really relax, to let go. Let go of what has been bothering you, or what you've been so preoccupied with, or even what you've been focusing on creating. Allow yourself to just let it all go right now. and connect in this moment of time with your body. So as you breathe profoundly, go ahead and check in with your body in this moment of time. And I'll recommend that you go ahead and close your eyes. So you bring your awareness inward, less distractions that way. And as once again you take a deep breath, simply ask yourself, how is my body? And allow your body to talk to you. Are you feeling tense? In pain? Are you feeling jazzed up? Are you feeling strong? Notice the particular places on your body that are calling your attention. And just take note, just to check in with your body. And then let's take another deep breath in together. Exhaling. And then ask yourself in the next moment, how is my mind? And observe, how is your mind? And whatever that means to you, whatever comes up, is most appropriate. No need to change anything at this time. Just observe. Has there been spaciousness in your thoughts today? Are you caught up in busy mind, worry, stress? Have you been creatively engaged? How are you now? Just observe. And then once again, take a deep breath. And exhale. And in the next moment of time, ask yourself, how is my heart? And feel into that question as you check in with yourself. How is your heart? Without any judgment, simply allow what you feel, what you are feeling, to come into your awareness. Just be with it for a moment of time. There's a lot of intensity, there's a lot of strong emotions highlighted by the recent eclipse that we've had. So just for a moment of time, breathe profoundly and be with your heart, be with yourself and whatever is circulating through you at this time. And then in the next moment of time, again, go ahead and take a deep breath. And a big open mouth exhale. And I'll begin a count now. And when I reach 0, starting at 10, when I reach 0, you will be in a deeper state of relaxation, a deeper calm, more spacious. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And as your gaze is turned within, your body has slowed down to as much of a stillness as you can. Everything in this moment slowly. And as you take another breath in this moment of time, bring your awareness now to the base of your spine, to your root chakra, if you will. And imagine a ball of energy at your root center, at the base of your spine. And in the next moment of time, image that a cord of light travels down from your root, from the base of your spine into the earth, wherever you are, traveling deep into the earth. And this cord of light expands like roots as it continues to travel deep into the earth. And it continues to travel miles deep into the earth, so deep. And it continues to connect through the root systems as well. And finally, it comes to connect with the core of the earth. And as it connects with the core, the next moment of time, you image that it fuses, it melds together with the core of our earth, of the planet that you are on, the center. And in the next breath, energy begins to rise from the core and from the depths of the earth through this cord of light, traveling upward until it enters through your root center. And you breathe profoundly as the energy begins to flood your body, beginning to fill your body with energy, with life force. And you immediately feel surges of energy flowing through you, like a switch has been turned on. And breathe profoundly, allowing the energy to simply flow for a moment of time, to do what it does as it regenerates and rejuvenates every cell in your body, as it begins to purify your emotional body. It begins to purify your mental body and your auric field, your spiritual body also is regenerated. So breathe profoundly for a few moments, allowing the energy of the earth rising up through the cord of light to rejuvenate you, to energize you. And in the next moment of time, begin to image this energy flowing through your body, begins to expand beyond your body. You become like a bridge, like the gateway from this deep energy well from the earth, flows through you, and like a conduit, it shines now and emanates outward from you in all directions as light. And so you see this light begin to fill the entirety of the room that you are in. And with each breath, this energy, this light continues to expand. Expanding now until it fills the entirety of the building that you are in, maybe your home or apartment or office or car. Breathing profoundly as this energy, this light, expands now outwards to the surrounding area, maybe to the wilderness or to your neighbors, to the streets, filling your neighborhood. This light continues to expand until it fills the entirety of your city, your locality, your town. Imagine your city wrapped in this light, all connected to the earth through you. And with another breath, the light expands to fill the entirety of the state or the province that you are in. And it continues to expand to fill the entirety of the country that you are in. In the next moment of time, breathe profoundly as this light envelops the entire earth, all of humanity on the earth. All of the beings, all of the animals, all of nature, all of the bodies of water, everything is wrapped in this light. And breathe profoundly a few times as you allow the energy, the light, to circulate. Imagining the earth wrapped in light. All of humanity, everyone you know, everyone you don't know, is in this light. All beings, all trees, all plants, animals, all of life on earth, everything illuminated in this glowing light. And in the next moment of time, as you maintain this image, bring your awareness now to the other meditators and spiritual practitioners all across the planet doing mantra, praying, meditating, holding space for the healing, for the peace and the love to emerge on the planet at this time. Imagine them as bright points of light, like a grid across the country, across the globe, all over the world. And imagine these points of light interconnected. These are like magnifiers of the light that you are connecting to in this moment of time, linking in with this grid. As the grid empowers you and you strengthen the grid, you are a conduit now for the healing and the light. And breathe profoundly now 3 times. And in the next moment of time, I will begin to offer particular intentions, particular blessings to send out to the grid. So each time I offer something, allow it to circulate through you and then emanate it outward to the grid. So breathing profoundly once again. In this moment of time, emanate outward to the grid a profound calmness. And breathing profoundly to the sound of the bell and emanating calmness. And in the next moment of time, let us emanate the spirit of wakefulness. Breathing profoundly, emanating wakefulness. In this moment of time, let us emanate the spirit of harmony. And as you feel yourself in harmony, imagine a great harmony spreading across humanity, all of life on the earth. To the spirit of empathy, may all of humanity deepen, each individual deepen their empathy at this time. Breathing profoundly. May we circulate and emanate the spirit of caring, that each human, each individual goes deeper in their intention, desire, and ability to care for all other life on this planet. Breathing profoundly to the spirit of caring. Let us breathe profoundly, emanating the spirit of collaboration. To the spirit of deep relaxation. May everyone find the space, find it within themselves to relax as they know they are nourished and safe. May everyone know this and relax. Breathing profoundly as you are relaxed, emanating. May humanity at this time act with wisdom. May those in power make decisions and actions from wisdom. Breathing profoundly. And let us hold space for equity, for equality and fairness for all beings, for all humans. Breathing profoundly, emanating this energy. May all of humanity at this time let go of ignorance, let go of hatred, let go of all the negativity that keeps humans basting in cycles of ignorance. Let us use this opportunity of these eclipses, of this transformation happening upon the earth at this time, to deepen our love and passion for one another, for all beings on the earth, letting go of the cycles of ignorance. And breathe profoundly. And in this moment of time, if you have a particular intention or focus or blessing that you'd like to send out to the grid, go ahead and do so. Using your visualization, your mind, your heart, feeling, send it out to the grid. So be it. And most profoundly at this time, may everyone learn at this time. Whatever it is that will help in each person's growth. May all of us deepen our education in whatever it is that we are to learn at this time. May we stay curious. So be it. So breathing profoundly for just a few more moments of time and allow the energy to flow. Allow the energy to do the work. Just breathing and letting the energy do the work. So be it. So beginning now with another breath to gently bring your awareness back to your body in the space where you are. And I'll begin with the count from 1 to 10. And when I reach 10, you may gently open your eyes, finding yourself awake and alert back in the space. 1, 2, 3, beginning now to wiggle your fingers and toes. 4, 5, stretching your arms, your neck. 6, 7, adjusting your back. Whatever else you feel you need to move, to really come back. 8, 9, taking a final deep breath in. And 10. Welcome back. Greetings. So as we're now hopefully in this expanded state, I'm going to share a little bit of Jerome's wisdom. Jerome is the channeled teacher of the mystery school that I study in, who's an enlightened presence, an enlightened being. And for many weeks, we were focusing on his teaching on Kundalini, which is the spiritual life force energy that flows through everything. And then all the protests and intensity started happening here. So we started focusing more on, I was sharing a lot of Toni Morrison and messages in that regard. And so we're going to go back to Jerome and Kundalini to finish what we had started, but I do believe that it still pertains to everything that is unfolding in the world right now and coming to light and the transformation and the healing that needs to happen in the marginalized communities and peoples. So sit back, relax, sip your tea, your cacao, your water, whatever you may have. And this section is called Kundalini Work is Appropriate for Every Soul. Everyone already works with Kundalini, whether the terminology is understood or not. And for those of y'all, if Kundalini is a new word again, it's the spiritual energy, it's the spiritual life force that flows through everyone and everything. Although focused, conscious channeling of Kundalini for higher purpose can be a matter of care. It is not appropriate for every person to be initiated into a severe practice, meaning a very disciplined practice of awakening Kundalini within the context of also living a third dimensional life in this society. That would be those of us that are not living in caves or monasteries or nunneries across the world. We're still living in the world. If you were to invite a 25-year-old male, for example, who works at a high-powered, high-pressure law or financial firm to become initiated into your Kundalini practice in the interest of helping him to relieve his stress, the results would not necessarily be beneficial. Were he to begin and were his practices to be excessively done, he might, in a surge of activated consciousness without the proper setting, exhibit erratic behavior. He might quit the firm, start wearing sheets, and forget to bathe, for as he would suddenly and rashly realize, he is free. For such a reason, it is extremely difficult to be a successful yogi and Wall Street executive simultaneously. The executive's responsibilities will completely destroy the yogic practice, and or the true yogic practice will get the executive fired. Short of the most sublime practice and delicate balance of a truly awakened consciousness, and definitely a place of rarity, as in the embodied peace warrior spirit. Many entities must choose, given the duality in which the mass consciousness of the planet exists. Is my life a spiritual internal path? In a philosophical sense, all of life is spiritual, of course. But is your path internal, meaning consciously united with the awakening of Kundalini? Or is it an outward path? All entities on this planet live in both worlds. What is your primary intention? What is your primary focus? If spiritual work suddenly comes upon an entity as a burning purpose, and the entity struggles with letting go of the old life, the entity would well meditate upon knowing for sure before setting out. Because once the path of spiritual work and of Kundalini's mastery is initiated, it is very difficult to go back, not without great destruction and woe. Once any of the knights of legend have glimpsed the Holy Grail, the entity may continue living, but he will always, or she, will always long for that cup of life and enlightenment. So what to do? What to choose? What is appropriate? We say that if you are a lawyer in a firm and you choose to begin the path of Kundalini practice, be ready for a change that you may not be able to undo. But in the end, that change is most profound. It is most divine. It is long awaited evolution. And so this corresponds with, I think, so much with the dichotomy of the approach in the Western world and the Eastern world, and especially Western and Eastern spirituality, and the classic, Eastern spiritual practices like meditation and counting mantras and malas and things like that. And Westerners, us in the Western world, immediately we want to do something and suddenly we're enlightened, or suddenly we receive a spiritual benefit. But a lot of times when we dive into the spiritual path or practice, it is things that are a longer term thing, or it is things that can uproot our life, or the structures of reality that the material Western world likes to hold so dearly. When you get on that spiritual path, it a lot of times can be a shattering of those ideologies and belief systems. So it very much is a change there. And I believe, actually, hopefully, I really hope, one of the things that is shifting as well in our country, at least in the United States here, is a shifting of value. Because the value for a long time in this capitalist world that we live in is on, growth in our economy and making money and making more money and stuff like this. And there's this kind of tug of war happening in the world, and especially in the US, maybe on what is really important. Is life important? Are people important? We see that in the Black Lives Matter movement, but also with the coronavirus and the people that are focusing on let's get back to business, let's get back to the economy. And not that those desires are not legitimate for those that need money to survive, but to what extent is it, to those that are neglecting, like, okay, old people can just sacrifice themselves because we got to get on with life. Well, what is the value? Where, who, and what are we valuing? And so as Mercury is retrograde right now, maybe you did, maybe you didn't know. Now you got a nice thing to blame. wouldn't recommend that. But Mercury's retrograde right now until July 12th. It's a really profound time to contemplate, to reorganize your inner awareness of what is important to you. And that coincides with Venus retrograde. That's a whole nother topic. But what is it that you want to focus your energy on? What do you want to focus your creative energy on? What do you want to focus your thoughts and your mind on? What are the thought patterns that you have been recycling that maybe it's time to change? Maybe you got it from some conditioning of this is what you're supposed to do, or this is what's important. You know, Mercury retrograde is this time to really reevaluate everything, to take a step back, to slow down and reevaluate where we're putting our energy. So there's so much that I want to say, and I will not go on for too much longer. So I do want to invite, if you do want to have a discussion, because obviously this is a one-way street, please join the meditation circle that I host every Sunday. It's donation-based. It's on Zoom. It's called the Aquarian Society of Awakening Souls. Go to aquarianbookshop.com, AQUARIAN, bookshop.com. You can see it every Sunday at noon. You're super invited. Bring your friends, bring your mom, bring your grandma, bring your family. There's another guided meditation, but also discussion. And we will be having this meditation again for those of y'all that are new. For those of y'all that may be watching on Facebook or watching this after the fact on Facebook, we are again streaming on Facebook. We took a hiatus from Facebook. We're streaming on YouTube Live. For some reason, things happened with Facebook and it wouldn't let me stream, but now we're back. So we are connecting with more folks. And yeah, if you want to, you can always share the video. I believe it'll be saved on YouTube, on Aquarian Bookshop's channel, or on Facebook, and you can share it. Other people can tune in. Time doesn't exist. Time is an illusion. So anyone can tune in and watch this video at any time. So what I will leave everybody with, as I hope you all have a wonderful evening, is whatever you feel compelled to do at this time, take action for what is right, for justice, for healing, for fairness, for your own creative offering to the world. Remember to take time to meditate. Remember to take time to take deep breaths, to slow down, to check in with yourself, to check in with nature, slip your shoes off, put your feet on the earth, ground in, because there's a whole lot of craziness swirling around. You know, there's a whole lot of things, screens that can take your attention and energy. And it's important to come back to your truth as much as you can, and then act from that place of calmness and wisdom and truth. And yeah, so I hope everybody really enjoy the meditation, and you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Or I see we got an Australian here. Have a beautiful day. And I miss seeing everybody in person, but until then, we are meeting here virtually. So thank everybody so much for tuning in. Thank y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and good night and good day.